All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chuck Williams, and I have the distinct honor and privilege to represent the Cepeda team on Monday nights for the Monday Zoom presentation. Tonight's focus is on the product, and tonight's going to be a little different than most Monday night calls because I've got three special guests that all this year have hit the highest rank in our company. It's called Crystal Executive or Executive. It's the top of the pay plan, and just super fired up to have these three guest speakers with us. So we're going to cover the normal product presentation, but we're going to do it by weaving in three incredible stories I think you're going to really, really enjoy. This is a picture of yours truly, Chuck Williams, and the picture on the far left, for full disclosure, I actually lost a little bit of that belly prior to getting started with the Isagenix products, but the last 23 pounds that I released were 100% Isagenix products in the system. I did not exercise. So you see the picture on the right where I'm actually working out, but the picture in the middle, I lost that last 23 pounds, and my wife teaches me, don't say lost because you always find what you lose. I'm not finding that again. In fact, I got rid of all my big clothes. They're gone. My closet is empty of extra larges. I'm now wearing mediums and some larges, 38 down to 34. And then the picture on the far right, I went to an event, it's called Celebration, last year, and there was a gentleman on stage who was competing in the Isa Body Challenge. He was 61 years old. And I saw what he did to his body, transforming it through the Isa Body Challenge. I immediately went home. My wife and I signed up for the Isa Body Challenge, which we should have done before that, I admit. But we did it after seeing that guy, and we wanted similar results for our life. We joined the local gym. We started working out. We got a meal plan from our trainer, Stan Yago, a workout plan. We started working out, and literally within 3 months, our bodies transformed. We competed in the Isa Body Challenge. We completed that. We've actually just completed our second Isa Body Challenge. If you're a guest on a call now and you really don't know what that means, just get with the person who invites you. It's a phenomenal community of people encouraging one another. And at the end of the contest, if you complete it, you get $200 in free product. So my wife and I both completed that. We've already earned $800 in free product. You got to love Isagenix. They make it awesome. By the way, today I am in as good a shape physically as I've been since I played college football back a long time ago. So that being said, there's a picture of Kathy Coover. For those of you that are new to our call, she is the co-founder of the company. She is the heartbeat of our company as far as I'm concerned. She has a saying that everybody knows, if it's not right for the customer, it's not right for Isagenix. She also has a passion and a vision to create more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any company in the history of network marketing, and she is well on her path to do that. I just saw an announcement today. We had our 261st Isa Millionaire. We'll talk more about making money on Wednesday night Zoom call. Tonight's going to be more focused on the product, although you're going to hear a little bit about making money. So I want you to read these disclosures. Top one's about the product. Second one is about the income. Literally both cases, there are no guarantees. Everybody's different, but I will tell you this. The compensation plan, the products, they are no respecter of person. These work well. So with that being said, like I said, I've got three phenomenal guests for you. We're going to start out with my best friend, Pete Hamby. On the far right, you see a picture of him and his wife, Agnes. Pete, last year, I think it was Celebration. During Celebration, he was in the process of achieving executive. He did it, and he's had a very successful business. He's built a great business. Very, very proud of Pete. Pete, I want you to come on. For people that say they're busy, I want you to talk about your product experience, but I also want you to talk about how you build this business while still working 60-plus hours a week in a very stressful, high-end job. So, Pete Hamby, unmute yourself and take it away, my friend.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Last year, I guess it was about, what was it, March, Chuck Williams gave me a call and said, hey, look, we are going with a new company. And I says, all right, here's my credit card. What are we doing? I'd never worked, I've worked network marketing for a little over 20 years now, and I've really never been with a product company. I was always in telecommunications, travel, something like that. And, once I ordered my product, started using the product, I saw instant gratification and instant results of what, feeling better, more energy. My wife, my mother, everybody just really was, overwhelmed with the success of the product. A little bit about myself. Like I said, I've been in the networking industry for about 20 years, maybe a little over. Worked with Chuck for the last, I guess, about 10 or 12 years. I lose track. We have fun doing it. But my career is in the power industry. So I am a consultant. I travel around the United States and the world. I was just over in South Africa for 2 years, building a power plant over there for the South African government. And I'm in Oklahoma right now working for Oklahoma Gas and Electric, a pretty big project, about $700 million project, where I oversee the project. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. My wife makes me fresh juice in the morning and gives me some Isagenix coffee and a shake and sends me out the door. I get home about 6:30 in the evening, and I do this anywhere from 5 to 6 to 7 days per week. And then build my Isagenix business whenever I have time. This is all about building your long-term fortune while you're working just to pay your bills. And it's been a great year. I guess we've been in about 14 months or so. It wasn't easy getting to executive, but I did it before, I think, around and made the Crystal Executive with all the bonuses. Bonuses are great. Go for Crystal Executive. I'm telling you, bonuses are great. It was a great year. It's getting to now really super exciting. I'm a low to mid figure, a 6-figure income earner. I really don't need Isagenix to pay my bills or save money. But I do want it for my long-term future. I'm 51 years old. I finished this contract in about a year and a half. I would love to be able to do Isagenix full-time and not go back into the power plant, travel the world with my wife, and just enjoy life. And, of course, Chuck and Diane will have to travel with us too, of course. But that's all I got, Chuck.
Great job. Tell Agnes I said hi, and I appreciate you joining us. I know you might not even stay for the whole call because you got to get pretty early tomorrow morning to go to work. But I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I like to have Pete do three-way calls and things like that because he takes all the excuses away. The guy literally 60 hours a week conservatively, and yet he's building one of the strongest teams in the company. He's going to be a superstar, I tell you. Let's go to another future superstar. This lady joined just in January. She has an incredible story. I'm looking forward to hearing it again. Lisa Bradley, why don't you tell everybody who you are and your background, and you got a phenomenal story. I look forward to hearing it.
Hi, this is Lisa Bradley, and I live in San Diego in Oceanside, California. For 32 years, I was a mortgage underwriter, and I'm a snow skier. And what happened is I wasn't willing to give up my ski season, so I kept putting off surgery that I needed until at the point I couldn't walk anymore. So basically, it was my doctor says, now or never, you're doing it. So December 29th, I had surgery on my right foot to remove bunion and reconstructive. So basically, I wasn't walking, and I was kind of bedbound for about 3 months. And during that time, I'm not a big person, but I gained 12 pounds. And I put a post out on Facebook since I couldn't get out of bed. Basically, Facebook was my lifeline. I was connecting dots and, talking to friends, catching up. And I put a post out there saying, how can it be that when you're in bed and all you do is get up, go to the bathroom, take your medicine, go back to bed and go to sleep, you gain 12 pounds? How can this be? And a friend of mine from a former company that I was working with, sent me a little text and says, hey, Lisa, I got something that'll help you lose that weight. And I go, what is it? Let's talk. And so anyways, it was Isagenix. And ironically, my sister has been in this company for 12 years, and my nieces and my whole family's in, and she kept approaching me, but I was like not interested because she was like hard sale, hardcore, and it's like I want nothing to do with your company. So when Kwanzaa told me that it was Isagenix, I was a little bit like, you got to be kidding me. but he said the products are really good and they're working for me. So he was kind of explaining. So anyways, out of that 12 pounds I gained, I've lost 5 of it so far. I got 7 to go. And I couldn't walk for the first few months. So he says, there's a really good business opportunity with this one, with this company. And we both came from another one that was just totally falling apart. And I went from making quite a sizable amount of money to barely $6.80 a month. And ironically, that company, they don't pay out commissions unless you make $10. So I'd have to wait a couple months to get it, build up enough to get a commission. So anyways, I was looking for another source of income too. And so anyways, he told me how the comp plan worked, which still kind of confuses me because I'm still new to it. But he says, basically, if you want to start making money, what you need to do is bring in 2 people, somebody that will never do the business with you, and somebody that would, if you called him and said, hey, I got something good, do this with me. So my friend Packy jumped on board, and she's going to be the next executive. She's really close to becoming manager right now. And my husband would never, ever do anything like this. He does not believe in network marketing. So I thought, okay, I got my 2. We're good. But I couldn't get to the computer. I couldn't walk. So Quan Su, during my small windows of uptime, because I was so drugged during that time, I wasn't awake very much during the day, he would actually put the inputs in. I'd get all the information. He'd put the inputs. We'd do 3-way calls. So he was just beyond awesome. And then he said, well, okay. And then he said, the next thing that you want to do is, and he just led me. And he kept saying, if you do this in January and bring 5 people in, there's a $200 bonus. I said, okay, so let's do it. And then in February, there was a February frenzy, and he said, this is what you need to do. So I was on Facebook making phone calls during my up hours, and then he'd call me, and I said, okay, I got some more people for you to talk to or put in. And basically, it was just kind of done from my bed. And so anyways, and he kept dangling that little carrot saying, okay, now that you're a manager, the next one is to director. And we accomplished that one in April. And then I just, from 6 to 10, I thought, well, that's a huge leap. But Chuck, who has been my rock, sent me a little text and says, can I give you a little piece of advice? Just run as hard as you can and just talk to everybody, because you're over halfway. And if you're going to do it as soon as possible, you're gold. And I'm like, because I was just going to sit back and say, okay, and figure it out. But I thought, instead of figuring it out, I'll just do it. So I've been very blessed. And, there's been so much people to help me. And the cool thing is, like I said, I'm not a big person. And I started the IsaBody Challenge back on April 16th. And so anyways, I'm actually at my first month into the program, and it's kind of cool knowing that I've lost 5 pounds already. And basically, I love the cleanse for life. I do that at night, and the Ionics in the morning, and gives me my energy boost. And so I've just been really excited about what's happening, what's ahead of us, and where we're headed with this, with the company.
Lisa, great job. We're very, very proud of you. And you mentioned one thing, you've lost 5 of those 7 pounds. Again, I challenge you, like my wife challenges me all the time. Always say release, not loss, because you always find what you lose. And I'll tell you, I want you, before you go to bed tonight, look up on Google what 5 pounds of fat looks like. Get an image of 5 pounds of fat, and it will shock you how much your body has released. When I talk about 23 pounds of fat, it's gross. I mean, it's like, holy cow, I was carrying around 2 bowling balls. And I'll tell you, I feel so much better. So great job tonight. We look forward to great things from you. I know you're building a phenomenal team, and you're getting great results from the product too. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to our newest Crystal executive. Nick is one of my mentors. I learned from Nick. He's on the morning calls where he does training. He's a wealth of knowledge, and I've watched him and his wife really work this business and learn how to work this business. They're taking advice from the right people, Patty and Herb Cepeda, and they're doing a great job. So, Nick, I know we're a little off the normal track, but hey, it's a holiday, so let's have some fun and let's hear your story, because I think people want to hear your good, bad, ugly, and tell us what you're excited about.
Good, bad, ugly, and what I'm excited about. I think I can do that. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. Hope everyone is relaxing, and hope all the the families out there that had individuals that went to service or died in combat or whatever the case may be. Please know that we thank you so much for that service. It truly is an honor. Thank you so much, Chuck, for that introduction, because I see you as one of my biggest mentors, one of my biggest inspirations in this business too. And it's just an honor that we get to be able to lean on each other and we become more successful just by helping each other become more successful. I love the business model. But when it comes to the product side, I was coming from a personal training background. I co-owned and operated a personal training studio in Manhattan, my mid-20s. Did very well as far as money-wise. But the one thing that I realized is I had really good friends that were in Vitamin Shop GNC right down the street from me. They were good friends of mine. I had 41 clients at the time, and I got free nutrition, right? I got free supplements. I got free pills and whatever the newest, latest, greatest thing is. I got to try it, which was pretty cool. But the thing is I realize now about what good nutrition really feels like. So fast forwarding, I ended up pretty much hitting a wall with my personal training career because I felt like I was trading so much time. I was trading 1 hour of my time with one client at one set hourly rate. And I maxed out my calendar. I remember having to push clients away because I couldn't fit them in. And I laid down on my back one night from my studio, and I just said, is this it? And so I prayed for someone or something to come in my life. God led us to Charlotte, North Carolina. And he introduced us to Herb Cepeda directly, because I wouldn't have listened to any, I'll be honest with you, I've worked on it quite a bit, but I know that my heart, I wouldn't have listened to anybody else unless somebody was doing incredibly well in this industry, because I've been burned before, right? I mean, I think a lot of us have, and we haven't had a good experience at this, or we haven't had a good understanding of what this is all about. And I knew about Isagenix, and I used to try it, and I used to take the products, and I loved them. I used to do mostly the shakes. I think that's pretty much as far as I went. But it was just really much easier to go down the road and get my products for free, right? You know, no shipping, just free products. Well, after I left New York City and I ended up dispersing my clients and coming to North Carolina, I thought it was real estate. I ended up not liking real estate at all. So I prayed for someone or something to come into my life to show me a better way. And that's when Herb Cepeda came into my life, reintroduced me to Isagenix. And I finally realized what I was missing. And here's what I mean when I say this. He introduced us again. And honestly, I was more open to the opportunity because I was like, I've been in and out of careers and jobs, 3 or 4 times ever since I've been married with my wife, 3 years now. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that she was like, what do you want to do? I know her family was like, what do you want to do? And so this nutrition company, Isagenix, just so happened to just be there. And I was open to taking a look. I didn't know too much about the products. I just knew that there was no compromise ingredients. And I told them, in order for this to work, I have to give this a go, but my wife has to approve it. And I thought that was never going to fly because my wife is the most picky person when it comes to nutrition that goes in her body, anything that she consumes. She's that person that when we go out to eat, she is like, I'll get like a beer or something and I'll be like, what do you happen to drink? She's like, oh, I'll just have a bottled water. I'm like, you don't want a glass of wine? She's like, no, I'm okay. I don't need it. I'm like, no one needs a glass of wine, honey. People just want a glass of wine every once in a while. So that's who we are. That's my wife for you. But we put these products in our body for 30 days because we thought that this wasn't really going to be too much different. We're like, how different can we feel from this? How different can our results be? And after 30 days, I remember I was sitting here in my home office and I heard all this booming and clanging happening in the kitchen. I hear all these drawers opening and closing, cupboards flying open and close. And I thought she was doing like the dishwasher or something. I went in there and I just asked her, I was like, what are you doing? She literally was hunting for products. She said, do we have any more Ionics? I swear we had some more on the top shelf. Can you check your bag for E-shots? Can you check the refrigerator for Cleanse? I thought it was on the bottom shelf. I might be, I might be screwed up here. Do we have any? I thought I had more shakes. And my jaw just dropped because I've never seen my wife before ever do that. And we've tried a lot of products. We've both been in the industry for a combined over 20 years. And so for us to be that hooked right from the get-go, and there's nothing here that's artificial or there's nothing synthetic that's making people like addicted. This is not an addicted product, but it's an emotional product that really helps people feel and look their best. And it happens very, very quickly. So for me, I was always looking for that line of nutrition that I could confidently put my name to, but I didn't know what it was going to be. And I don't know if I can share my screen, Chuck, but I have like a before picture of like when I got married versus what I look like now. And the only difference that I really did was integrated the Isagenix nutrition. I was maybe a tad bit more strict on my diet, and I did less cardio and I did less weight training.
Go ahead and share your screen.
Can I do that?
I think so.
Yep, I think I got it. There we go. So here's me about a little less, about 3 years ago. And I worked out really hard. I was doing cardio 4 or 5 days a week. You can't really tell. Nothing really changed. I mean, I just didn't really have my nutrition dialed in, but it's made it so much easier with the Isagenix nutrition because I do 2 shakes a day. I do a bar, and then I do 2 meals. And it makes it so much easier because I don't have to meal prep so much now. I don't have to grocery shop so much and prep all of our foods. Foods are not going to waste anymore. And I feel the leanest that I've ever been. I feel the strongest I've ever been in my life. I'm performing better. I'm recovering faster. And my energy is just through the roof as far as, what I feel like now. So that's pretty much my story. I know that we're on track to be millionaires right now. Executives, just the milestone that we just hit right now. But it's an incredible business model. You have incredible people here supporting you, whether you're looking at this as an opportunity or just simply looking to get healthy. You have all the right people. You have the right tools. And this is the company definitely to do it for you. So, Chuck, that's pretty much my story in a 5-minute nutshell. Hopefully that was it.
That's fantastic. Stick around. I want you to help me with some of these product slides I'm going to show. But, ladies and gentlemen, the heart of the presentation tonight was their 3 stories. These are 3 different people that have had success with Isagenix. And like Pete Hamby said, it's based on the product. Unlike things he and I have done in the past, which were more technology and service-oriented, this is based on a product that absolutely gets emotional results, and we're looking forward to talking more about that tonight. Before we do, let's talk just a bit about the company. The company Isagenix started in 2002, and again, it was based all on the product. It was not based on some guys and gals who want to make money. John Anderson got bit by a brown recluse spider. For those of you that don't know John Anderson, I challenge you to go to the Cepeda website, check out an interview where Patty and Herb Cepeda interviewed John Anderson, and he tells his story about how this brown recluse spider bit him down around the foot. He was literally being told by the doctor that because of his diabetes and the poison in his foot, they're looking to amputate his foot. And he said, time out, time out, time out. He goes, you must not know who I am. I'm known as the Mineral Man. And they're like, who cares? We got to cut your foot off. He's like, no. He goes, I want to use nutrition to get those toxins out of my body. And they're like, what are you talking about? So he checked himself out of the hospital. He went back to his lab, and he started putting all kinds of different nutrition together. And he came up with what today is called the Cleanse for Life. Now in the UK, they call it Nourish for Life. They got a little bit of a different name. It's the same product. Couple hundred nutrition just pours into your body. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but that's what started Isagenix. Well, when he started using that product, it did work. It got the toxins out of his body. It saved his foot. He still has it today. And ladies and gentlemen, as a byproduct of using that, he released about 60 pounds. And he's like, holy cow, what a serendipity that is. And so instead of taking this product to one of the 600 companies that he had sold formulas to in the past, he had done 2,000 products already. He's like, I've got to take this to the market myself. But he's not a businessman, so he's not a marketer. So he found 2 people that he knew could do the job, Jim and Kathy Coover. And Jim and Kathy Coover are really the secret weapon of Isagenix. They set out to do it right, and that's what they've done. As Pete said, he and I have been in this industry for 20 plus years. I personally have been the #1 income earner with 4 small companies. Ladies and gentlemen, you are with a company here in Isagenix that does everything right, from the product to the compensation plan to compliance. You name it, they do it right, and that's amazing. Even international expansion, they have waited and bided their time to do it at a pace that could be very, very successful for all of us. So Isagenix is definitely the place to be as a company. Started in 2002, $6 billion in sales already. Last year, just under $1 billion. Projected to do $2 billion in sales within the next 36 months per year. And the people who really understand the trends as we go into Asia and other places and do more international expansion, believe $5 to $8 billion a year in sales is an easy target for this company in the next 5 to 10 years. Get excited about that side of the business. We'll talk more about that. In fact, Nick, who just spoke, will be our guest host on Wednesday night talking about the compensation plan, this business opportunity. It is phenomenal. Now, we've talked a lot about weight loss, but it's much, much more than weight loss. Isagenix products hit several categories. Weight loss was what they started. That's kind of what they're known, but they also have energy. They also have performance. They have healthy aging. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but my hair was almost gray. And as I've been using the Isagenix products, my hair is turning back to its natural color. Now, I will admit it doesn't grow the bald spots. You know, they don't grow hair back, but the hair I have is turning back to its natural color. And I'm fired up about that. Losing less, that's exciting. So what is Isagenix all about? First and foremost, it's about helping you feel and look better. So a couple examples here of a couple ladies that I got to meet at our most recent event, NYKO. These ladies were both featured in People magazine in January 2018. They both lost substantial amounts of weight. Again, let's forget saying lost, Chuck. Let's say released, because neither one of these ladies are getting it back because they're using Isagenix. And Isagenix not only helps you release the weight, but it's got a health system to where it's a new lifestyle. You can maintain that healthy lifestyle. Don't have to find that weight. Nick, we're running short on time. So real quickly, I'd like you to come back and just share a little bit about these key core products. We've got over 60 products in the Isagenix line, but real quickly, run through these products for our guests that are interested in our products and why they're so great.
Absolutely. I mean, in a nutshell, I mean, I'll do my best to make sure it's justice, but the Cleanse for Life is really just made from plant-based botanicals. It's not, I'm just going to be real with you guys, holiday weekend. It's not a pooping cleanse. So we don't have to worry about being at the bathroom. This is a deep cellular cleanse. This is really one of the products that started it all, this company, and started the trends as far as helping the body really get into an alkaline, more balanced state. So we can recalibrate the body so that it can absorb better nutrients better, more efficiently, and so that you can really just incorporate this intermittent fasting to burn more fat and build more muscle at the same time. Isoline shake, you have it in dairy-free. You have an Isoline Pro shake that's undenatured whey protein, grass-fed cows from New Zealand. You got branched-chain amino acids. You got 24 different vitamins and minerals, tons of different things, pre and probiotics. It just becomes a live food that as soon as you put it in your body, as soon as you put water to it or a liquid to it, it becomes a live food. And it becomes alive in your body too. And every cell in your body, I love what the doctor said when he said that every cell in your body just thanks you once the shake goes in your body, because your body knows exactly what to do with it. There's no artificial colors, sweeteners, flavors, corn, wheat, soy, gluten, MSG, GMO, all that stuff that's being put in things to really just fill the gaps in products or in produce or whatever the case may be. This is really tampered free, and it's just a great line of nutrition that's really back to the basics as far as what our bodies truly need. The Ionic Supreme is great for anyone. It's probably one of our best sellers. It's great for just helping the body and helping the central nervous system just be in rhythm with itself. If you take it in the morning, I find that I have a little bit better mental focus, clarity, energy. I have a little bit more of a drive throughout the day. My midday slumps, I barely get them every once in a while. But that has diminished most of it. But I also take a scoop before I go to sleep, and it helps me sleep throughout the night too. Professional athletes are now going towards drinks that are like the Ionic Supreme with the ashwagandha root, but also most importantly, the shilajit. Shilajit is just pretty much this herb that's found in the Himalayas. I'm not going to go into it, just keep it in a nutshell, but it helps with recovery on a cellular level. And athletes now are catching on to this. And this is something that Isagenix has been doing for 15 years now. So incredible product. That's probably the best seller in the entire company. The Complete Essentials with the Isagenesis, I'm going to try to keep this short. So the ladies, I heard this once. I think it's so funny. They call it Botox in a box. I have to use that now. I'm not claiming it, but I thought it was brilliant because that's really what it is. These vitamins are so bioavailable. And if you put them in just water, you can see that they just completely dissolve in front of your eyes within minutes. Good. And I've taken that test before. The Isagenesis, that's also included in this pack, but also at the end of the slide there is this formula that was created that's, has pharmaceutical companies looking at this particular product or particular formula that they want because it helps so much with the telomeres of the aging process. So we can't say, obviously, we're reverse aging. Obviously, we're always going to breathe oxygen, and that's what causes that oxidational stress and, in our bodies, the aging. But we can start to repair, just like our shoelace, that little cap on the end of our DNA, which is called the telomeres. We can start to support and recover that a little bit more so we have a little bit more life into that. And that's exactly what this formula is intended to do. So those are the 5 products that are pictured here. Again, like Chuck said, we have so many different products that aren't pictured here that are so many of my favorites as well. The performance line, we have healthy aging with the skincare, a bunch of different things. But these are the core products that if anybody we're working with specifically, they pretty much have to have these 5 individual products. So Chuck, I think that that's probably as much as I have for a 2 to 3 minute presentation. So take it away from there.
I know, and I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're cutting this part of the presentation short, but I wanted you to hear those 3 stories in the beginning. I think that was important. And like we've said a couple of times, it is a holiday, so we're going to enjoy ourselves. I do want to close with how does the you share, they share work, because you want to learn how to get your products for free, right? And so it's simple. You simply want to come in with a pack. A pack is a system. A system helps you succeed. We have the ultimate pack. It's a $10.95 plus shipping and handling. It ends up being about $1,200. That is the ultimate pack for a reason. It is the absolute best pack to come in with if you're going to build this as a business. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday evening on our Zoom call. The next pack is a value pack. It is packed with the most product for your money. The company has weighted the value so much that if a person does their analysis, they're always going to land on the value pack as the very best pack for them as a consumer. The next pack down is like a premium pack, another good quality pack on the lower end. And then the very bare bones is the 30-day system, which we call the basic pack. Again, give the person invite you. No one's going to try to upsell you. We're going to show you the benefits of each pack and let you decide what works best for you and what you want to accomplish. For sake of this example, I'm going to share with you real quickly here, the you share, they share, repeat. I'm going to use the value pack as an example because it is the very best one. It's the one I promote to everybody. If they ask me, Chuck, if you were me, what would you do? I basically tell them the ultimate pack. But then if they want the value pack as a consumer, we go with one of those 2 packs. So let's just use the value pack. You come in with the value pack. It's $589 plus shipping and handling, tax. It ends up being about $620, $640, somewhere in that range. You're getting a bunch of meals for that. You're replacing most of your meals for the month. You're getting healthy, nutritious food. Now, you simply share this with a couple other people. Lisa did a great job of explaining that. Her husband and one friend. They both come in with a value pack. You're going to earn a $100 product introduction bonus on each of those value packs that you help those people get started with. Now, if you time this right and do those 2 in the same week, the company doubles that bonus. It's called a double product introduction bonus. So instead of earning $200 for those 2 new customers, you're going to earn $400. That's exciting. When you have 1 new customer in your right and 1 new customer in your left, that makes you a consultant. The company pays you a $50 bonus for that. It's the first rank advancement bonus. It's $50. So now you've already made $450. You've almost completely paid for your value pack. Now you help your 2 customers, if they want, become associates. There's no charge to become an associate. They get 2 customers. They can earn the same kind of money you did. But when you help one of your people become a consultant, the company pays you a $100 bonus for doing that. So you help 1 on your right and 1 on your left, or 2 on your right, 2 on your left, doesn't matter. But you help a couple people become consultants. You get a $100 consultant development bonus for every person you help become a consultant. Up to your first 20. That's $2,000 the company has out there waiting for you to help people get 2 customers. It's easy peasy. Now, in this example, you help 2 people become consultants, both on the right, both on the left. There's 2 teams. We'll talk more about that on a Wednesday call. For tonight's sake, that makes you a manager. As a manager, if you do that in your first 60 days, which is really easy, you can earn a $250 Crystal Manager bonus. So you add all those bonuses up I just mentioned, not even mention the cycle bonus or 2 you're going to earn along the way. That is $600 in commissions plus a few hundred more. You're looking at $900 total. $900. You're in the black and really have enough money for your reorder for your next full month of ordering product. So we've shown you right here how to get your product for free. Then you simply repeat that process throughout your team and for yourself, and you can have an ongoing income flow that much more than pays for your product. So you're actually getting good, nutritious food for free. Ladies and gentlemen, that is exciting. So when you want to see results, you're with the best team in the entire company. It's the Cepeda team. You can go to besetfreelife.com and watch a short video at the top of the website, but know that there's a ton of support here to help you. We have these Monday product Zoom calls. We have a Wednesday business Zoom call. And again, Nick will be doing the one on Wednesday night. You want to pack that out. He's going to do a great job. We have daily training calls. Once you become a customer, you get plugged into all the training that's available for you. And then if you decide you want to build this as a business, there's nobody And I repeat, nobody in the entire network marketing industry better than Herb and Patty Cepeda to help you build a successful, lifelong residual income. Express University is coming up soon. I think it's October of this year. You want to go to this BeSetForYourLife.com and buy your tickets. I'm telling you, they're selling out fast. I encourage everybody on my team, if you're serious about this as a business or a customer, you want to be at Express University. Celebration is coming up soon. It's going to be in Nashville. I've heard it might even be sold out, but you can probably go to one of the Facebook groups and check and see if anybody has any extra tickets. You want to be at Celebration. And the 3 people you just heard tonight, they're all brand new crystal executives. So they're going to be in a celebration at Celebration. There's a special banquet for them. It's a party. Diane and I had the privilege of being there last year. We're going again this year because we requalified and we're going to support our team. We've had 3 personals become crystal executives and another one in depth. So we're going to go party with these people. I'm telling you that not to make you envious, but to make you want to go with us. There is time for you to become an executive. It's as simple as helping 10 people become consultants, which means they each have 2 customers, 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Again, we'll save the compensation plan for another day, another time. But I'm telling you, I've been with a lot of different companies. There is no easier compensation plan I've ever seen to get to the top and create a long-term residual income. We're talking about freedom. Diana and I have been doing this for 14 months. And I'm telling you right now, we are totally free at this point. That's exciting, and we can help you do it too. Get back with the person who invites you to this call. Oh, and by the way, if you are already an associate of Isagenix, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, there's going to be a special Zoom presentation. The company's going to be announcing the summer promotion. And so far, we've had the January Jolt, the February Frenzy, the 3 months of double rapid reset, where they double the rank advancement bonuses for 3 months. All that leading up to the summer special is coming up the next, I don't know what it is. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I can't tell you more details. But I do know I will be on that Zoom call tomorrow night, and whatever that promotion is, I'm going to win it. Why do I say that? Because the company structures their promotions to help you build your business. So whatever they structure, I'm going to win it. And I'm going to lead my team by teaching them to do the same thing. So again, we're getting a little bit into the Wednesday segment there, because if you're just here as a customer, use the products, love the products, transform your body. I feel like I'm 22 years old again. Do you know what that's worth as a 57-year-old man, to feel like you're 22? To be able to work on a gym and look like you're 22? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, come join us. It's fun. Isagenix is real. It does take work. There's no guarantees. It does take work and time. But if you follow the Cepeda system, they have helped more people succeed than anybody else in the world of Isagenix, and we can help you too. I want to thank Pete, Nick, and Lisa, and I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry we ran a little bit over, but I hope you found it worthwhile. God bless you all, and good night.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We had a good crew tonight for a Memorial Day weekend. My goodness.